Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blakes, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
What's going on, everybody?
We're back to talk our favorite and your favorites, Love Island USA. This is season 7, episode 3. Make sure you like to subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all your Love Island USA, your Love Island UK coverage starting next week, all your reality TV coverage and news here and on TikTok. Brian, there's a lot of things to talk about. We got left off with the cliffhanger. Huda has finally dropped the news. It took her about 11 minutes to get it out, but she did drop the news that she is a mom, and we will talk about that. We're going to talk about our predictions for the reaction that we'll get tomorrow night. But Brian, I think what's on my mind and what's on everyone's mind after watching this Love Island episode, it's thousands of dick pics, Brian. Thousands of dick pics claimed by Austin to be sent during the State Your Case game. There were a lot of funny responses. This is the one that sticks out the most. Brian, what is your reaction to the game and specifically Austin? I mean, well, that was crazy.
What I thought is maybe 99% of those dick pics were not wanted.
How many weren't opened?
That's crazy. I don't know. I mean, even for what's his face, Nick, he had 800, and he's like, "Oh, I was in a relationship," and I was like, "That's still a lot. That's that's a lot
It's a lot, dude,
for a
right?
dude. For a dude,
It's a lot.
the penises are ugly.
No, not very attractive, right, Brian? Like overall, we would say that the fact that this was the reaction of all the Love Islanders as well, and not just us sitting at home, I think really spoke volumes. There was plenty of other things, body counts, um, times I said I love you, which was what Huda here, frankly enough, funny enough, set her off and made her in her feels that got her actually to go ahead and bring up to Jeremiah that she is a mom, right? And so I think it's something like I said, we've all been waiting for, right, Brian? We've all been waiting. We've all decided, hey, like, what is that going to be like when she does finally break the news to our boy, right? Will he
Yeah.
be upset? Will he be happy? Will he be just like nonchalant about it? And Brian, I think he had a pretty fair reaction when he basically just put his hands to his face.
I'm kind of thinking this is going to be edited to make it look like he's like freaked out, but he's not.
I don't think that he's going to verbally make it like some sort of negative. I don't think he's going to end it there on the spot. But I think it's going to start putting those seeds in his head, right? A kid is a big deal. It's not a political belief. It's not even like a disease you have to manage. It's not debt. It's a whole lifestyle commitment, right? And I'm glad, frankly, she did it as early as she did. I thought this was going to drag on because I didn't want to get into a situation where Jeremiah is made to one look like a bad guy because he is really into her, but then doesn't want to have a kid. That's within anyone's right? And it's definitely not what someone has in mind when they're coming to Love Island.
Yeah, definitely not.
So I mean, I think he's going to be a nice guy about it, but I do think that this at some point will put an expiration date on this relationship.
Yeah, I can see that, and I'm sure the public will be. Uh, what's the word I want to use here? Damn, I can't even think
On
of the
their high
word.
horse.
Just no, I'm not distraught, but like, yeah, I think High Horse is a good one. I mean, again, this is Love Island, and I don't know. We got to just see how the reaction goes. I think is really going to be the gauge of how people react to it. But yeah, I mean, I kind of, I mean, they're doing like the relationship on like speed, but like I felt the whole time like any of his answers, she was like justifying him like too much. Did you think
Well,
that?
look, yeah, no, I mean, look, it goes back to the top of the episode, right? And when she's crying because she felt like she got called out unfairly during the game. But again, it's not anything negative against you. It's just doing that little bit too much. Like, look, the narrator made the joke. He's like, Huda and Jeremiah are above everyone when they were eating breakfast, right? Because that is the vibe that everyone's feeling. The guys expressed to Jeremiah, like, brother, I mean, it's not really on you, man, but like she is the least approachable person
Yeah,
in this entire
Ace.
house.
Yeah,
And
Ace
that
said that.
is and that doesn't mean you're not likable. It just means that you aren't putting yourself in the game. And I don't think that is an unfair criticism to levy against her.
Yeah, and especially like if they do not work out, and she didn't make any even friendship connections with these people. Like I
Yeah,
think that her getting saved is like very low, even as an OG. That's one thing I don't like about the show is like how safe the OGs can be, even when like they're not really in a romantic connection.
we've
But I mean,
always
that's
said
the
that.
way the show goes. But yeah, it's but like she's not really setting the table for that in the future. Um,
Um,
I don't know.
maybe they need to get a single dad on the show, Brian. We need a Brady Bunch type thing here on Love Island. Here's a story of a lovely bombshell.
Mhm.
Had a deadbeat husband. Now she's got a nice guy. You know, something, right? Like we'll figure it out. But I think
Mhm.
it's something that we can do.
Let's run through these this game, the state
Yeah,
your case,
I think the
because
game is a good segue here, brother. And I think I have a let's set the mood here for the game, right? So go ahead, Brian. Let people know what the game was.
so state your case and like you set the cases in order from least to highest to what you think the question answering. Least to most cheating. I mean, a lot of people had zeros. It really, it's like let's talk about the people who did cheat. We had Jeremiah 1, Shelly 1, and Austin 6. Look, I want to know who's having sex with Austin. That's the $1 million question to me. You brought up the nude pics. I'm like, who's sleeping with this man? Is what I'm wondering because he looks like a drunk surfer boy, young Luke Wilson to me.
He looks like a hungry Justin Hartley.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know, and even like the way I don't know, he's a weirdo, and I mean he was on the wrong end on a lot of these, and I'm just like the whole time I want to know what the girls are really thinking, like who is sleeping with this man? That's kind of like the big takeaway I have. And some of them they didn't show all the answers. I was assuming the one was like sex with multiple partners in a day was
Yeah.
one. Austin had four. Again, like who? Nick had two. Shelly had two. Huda had two. Uh, do you think if a guy gave the answer Huda gave about why she did it, the reaction would have been wildly different?
Of course, it would have been wildly different, Brian. But this is the life we live in, and that's
And
like
that
what
is
they're fair to
very
do.
loud.
And I also don't mind people having their weird double standards. Good on you. I have weird double
Yeah, I mean, it just
standards
made me
too.
laugh. Those are the things that always make me laugh on this show is things like that. Hey, you're allowed to do whatever you want. It's just in another universe. The other one was multiple times they said "I love you." Jeremiah at 10, Nick at 50, uh, Huda at 2, Shelly at 2. This one to me is they were. I didn't really get like if you're saying "I love you" to 50 people, you're in a relationship. But like you're telling people just like "I love you."
You're love bombing people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's weird. So Nick had said "I love you" to 50 people, but only slept with 22. So like, you
I wonder
know
if
what I
Nick
mean? It's
was
not like he,
counting like elementary school on the playground when he was just walking
yeah,
up to like 50 girls saying, "I love you, I love you, I love you."
right.
Does
And
Nick know what a girl is actually? Maybe he thinks like trees are girls and random eggs that he said I love you to. Maybe like
yeah,
he's
I don't know.
counting girl dogs.
Yeah, who knows, man? It's just strange to me. And yeah, I don't know. The other one, so the most nudes one. I mean, Austin 1,000, Jeremiah 50, Nick 800, Taylor 5, Ace 3, Huda
Brian,
20.
this sounds like a Price is Right rundown right now. These numbers are so ridiculous and random from these people.
Yeah, I think it's just our like. I mean, nudes. I mean, Jesus, that 1,000 is over. It's thousands. So like, it's not just 1,001, not
He's
1,050. Like to me, that's like I take that as like 2,500.
he's a fiend, dude. He's a delinquent. He's a creep.
He's definitely that band guy from the rehearsal from all the
He's
dating
like
apps.
he's like Van Wilder stayed in school another 2 years.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. What's going on in Miami? Isn't that where he's from, Miami? Or was it Fort Lauderdale? Fort Lauderdale, maybe.
I thought for some reason in my head, no, he was from Michigan originally, but
Yeah,
I don't
then
think
he
he
moved to
lives in
Fort
like
Lauderdale, right?
Florida now. Yeah,
trying to find my notes. I think I was so mad that when we did episode 1, it didn't work. I think I threw all my notes out that night at 1 a.m. And then the body count one: Charlie 108, Taylor 21, Nick 22, Jeremiah 32, Ace 25. I think those are all pretty reasonable numbers. Austin 104. I know I'm probably gonna get killed for that comment right there, but Bella 1, Orlindia 8, Huda 15, Sierra 18, Shelly 12.
For people of the age and attractiveness of like a standard Love Island cast member, these are not outrageous numbers. And again, I'm sorry if that's gross to some people. It doesn't mean it's not gross, but it's not unrealistic.
I mean, 100 is a decent amount for the age.
They're just partying, Brian. They're going out on Thursdays.
But again, who's fucking Austin? That's what's crazy. That is the one that's crazy to me. Charlie,
Yeah, we got to edit Brian just because of Austin.
I'm not editing this out. These are my edits. I'm not editing anything out. I don't get it. I just don't understand. Because I think like Jeremiah Ace, like good looking dudes. Nick, I think he kind of looks like a what's the Twilight werewolf guy, Twilight vampire. So I guess why I can see why
Team Jacob.
Yeah. And then Taylor, I think he's an average looking dude. So I mean, these numbers aren't really jumping out. It's honestly like a sandwich the way it went. It's like we were bookend with the hundreds, and then we have like kind of average numbers in the middle.
Can we talk about we mentioned the fallout, Brian, from the recoupling attempt, right? And there's a couple of conversations I want to highlight, but one I really want to highlight because I think a lot of people would talk about is the Taylor Olandria, right? The back and forth between the two of them. He made a great point I didn't think about, right? She was upset. She definitely pulled the slide over when he sat down and made the comments, but he was ready and equipped basically to say, well, it's fine for you to have, kissed during the blindfold challenge. That's all good. But like I stand up and that's out of pocket. I didn't think about that. So I think it's fair that their dynamic has definitely changed though.
Any person that's mad about anybody doing that on the first night you forgot what show they're on. So it's not like you did this 3 weeks in, 2 weeks in. No one should be mad at anybody for doing what they did.
I mean, I agree, but that doesn't mean that they aren't. Even though they were getting a little playful again afterwards, I do think that she feels some type of way about
it. I don't know what to say about it. I mean, it's just I've seen the show so many times that like they can be mad about it, but to me it means nothing.
Can we talk about also loser Nicholas going and try to riz on Bella and both equally kind of cringe where she's like, I put my foot down. I was like, that was you putting your foot down? You were smiling and giggling at him the whole time.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe just because she doesn't have a couple right now. Like you need to be a little, I guess, open, even if it's not real, because nobody wants to go home. You don't want to be the first one to leave. Like by eliminate. I mean, obviously we already had somebody leave, but by watching it happen.
We talk about Bella. It seems like that Bella possibly could be a life raft for Charlie, our busted bombshell.
Yeah, it looks like Rocky.
It's funny. My wife was watching. She ended up finishing the episode, but she watched maybe like the first half with me, and I was giving her the quick lowdown, and I mentioned him being the busted bombshell. And first, like he's attractive. About 20 minutes later, she's like, he's actually weird looking. It just took her some time.
Like a different angle. Yeah. I don't know. Hey, that's how it goes on the show, though. Is if it's not like a double elimination, like people are going to skate by with people that are kind of like low.
Based on your expertise, Brian, you're the person I know who's watched the most episodes of Love Island. What do we got coming tomorrow night? This is for the Friday night. We don't know if Saturday night's going to be a kind of clips episode like it normally is, or it'll be a regular one. But regardless, Brian, where do you think we leave tomorrow night? Are they going to be standing around the bonfire for a vote?
I think they'll be standing around, and then Sunday, whatever the next episode is, but probably Sunday will be the first elimination.
I think I'm kind of leaning the same way, Brian. I think that's when we're going to have our first elimination. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. It's going to lead us right into Monday for our first double dip of Love Island of the summer. We're going to have Love Island UK, Love Island USA, both UK will be out obviously in the afternoon with the time. So a nice little after work or early dinner video for you guys to check out. And then you can check back in with us either late Monday or early Tuesday evening. That video is up. If you're a night owl, you can go and check it out. If not, check us out in the morning. Plenty of other shows that we're covering. New shows like The Snake on Fox premieres next week. We are covering Destination X on Peacock. We're also covering things on Bravo. We just did the series premiere of Next Gen New York. We did the season 12 premiere of Below Deck. We just finished up our coverage of Summer House, talking about our TikTok. Just did one about the Paige DeSorbo news. I did one also about our missing cast member as well. So this is the type of stuff that you can get on our TikTok, a little short form content for you as well. Take a look out on our social medias. We're going to announce our videos. We're going to do some lives coming up soon. Maybe, I don't know, Sunday, but soon. We'll figure something out. We'd like to do something like that for you guys. In addition, though, you'll always get these regular reviews. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.